This is Moonstalker at that place for walkthroughs with Luthien of Dragon Age Origins.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the tyke as our own.
Ready.
And I'm off.
Alistair, you went up a level. What do you know? Well, let's put it into strength.
Yes.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. should probably have told you earlier.
Can I wait?
Well, yes, I guess so.
You guess so.
It's important, but I suppose it could wait. It already has, after all.
Spit it out then.
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
That makes you the heir to the throne then, right?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Huh. Does Logain know about this?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
We can use this to our advantage, actually.
Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that, if that's where you're going. It was made very clear to me early on that there's no room for me on the throne. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
And what does that make me?
The reason why I say I was lucky.
Green giant. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I worked all night. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Get out of my way. I have no time for slack-jawed fools.
I'm not stopping you or anything. But have you even heard what's happened here? Has anyone?
Is this something I should care about?
Well, yes, I expect so. If you're coming into the village, you can't avoid what's happened. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
No Arl? What happened to our Lehman? What is going on?
He's deathly ill. And we don't even know if he's still alive. We haven't heard from the castle in days. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though I'm just as surprised about that as you are, believe me.
Indeed. Luthien would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Why? What did Luthien say about us?
That Luthien pulled out his own men in order to save them. That Cailan risked the entire nation's safety in the name of glory. Luthien calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Luthien starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Luthien without our Lehman.
You want my help? You don't even know me.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
Very well. We'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
All right.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
You got a problem with me? Huh?
Do you realize that you've been smiling for hours now?
Don't be ridiculous.
You are the one acting ridiculously. Since the last time you and that girl shot glances at each other, in fact. I cannot imagine what you begin to see in her. I hope at least the dalliance is worthwhile.
That's none of your business, Morrigan.
Ooh, touchy, are we? Isn't this what friends are supposed to do? 'Tis a bit sickening to watch you two, but I imagine it at least takes your mind from our situation. Have it your way.
Bitch.
What comes, my friend?
So, life in wilds must have been very lonely. Must explain why you're such a heartless bitch.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That seemed normal to you.
What did I have to compare it with? In time, I began to wonder, of course. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
Oh, I imagine your mother was very pleased with you.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
I have a hard time picturing you heartbroken.
That is because I learned my lesson well. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
I suppose you think they made you stronger, right?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality. A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming? Soon, darling.
Demonic
Don't worry.
possession.
Everything will be all right. I want to go home.
Yes?
Someone handle this for me.
I'm sorry, but your husband has fallen in battle. You have my condolences.
I feared this day would come.
Father is
That's
outside
nice.
defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. I guess
You're a Grey Warden, right?
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
Yeah, I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you. Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Who are you?
My name's Caitlin, my lady. Pardon my manners, but... You're an elf, aren't you? I mean, that is what you are, right?
Yes, I am.
No, you're so pretty, I never thought... I mean, I never expected... Never mind. Are you going to help us? Everyone says we're going to die tonight.
Seems I don't have much choice.
I can't even sleep. I close my eyes, and I see my mother being carried off. What have we done that the Maker allows this to continue?
So you're worried about your mother?
I'm not worried about her. She's dead. I wish it wasn't so, but it is. It's my brother Bevan. He ran off, maybe tried to leave the village. I'm so scared those things got him.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Well, you need to be strong. I need to go.
I understand, I do. I'm just so afraid for him. I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch.
Yes.
Ah! What are you doing? All right, I'll come out. Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Your sister's looking for you.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
How is hiding in a dresser being brave?
I wasn't always in here. I hid when I heard you coming. I was... Well, I shouldn't tell you. It's a secret.
Go back to your sister then. She's worried sick.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. And I'm off.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
And why would you think that?
For more reasons than you care to hear, I bet. Still, there's no reason to think Bantegan's lost his mind. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
That sounds likely.
Yes, well, I haven't given up hope. Not yet, anyway. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Nobody else can do the repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Not really. Humans are pretty stupid, really. What else do you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about this asshole.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on.
The militia will do what it can, but don't get your hopes up.
Probably pretty frigging pathetic.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Intimidate. Open this door or I break it down.
I am. Alright, just don't destroy anything, damn you.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So, I open the door. I've got nothing of value for you. The militia's taken whatever I had. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is.
There's no need for a beating, provided you do what I say.
What do you want exactly?
The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Or you could work to help save her.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I'm gonna save you.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
And what if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
But no one can get into the castle right now.
Eventually, they'll want to seek out the Jarl and our lesser. And when they do, you go in and bring my Velena to me.
Fine, I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
And I'm off.
The door's locked. Break it open.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Intimidate. We go where we like, unless you like to stop us.
No, have to run the place. It's not like I could stop people like you anyway. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
I'm looking for a Kunari sword you bought.
You broke into my house for that? It must be worth something to you then.
It's worth your life. How's that sound?
If that's all you want, sure. Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Can I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
I'll put in a good word for you with Tegan or the Arl.
You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me? Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Ban Tegan the militia is ready for battle.
What about Dwin?
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
I'll be back.
Right. Let's hope we see morning. Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being out here, Dwin.
You know, we don't have the men we need.
And I...
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Don't worry about it.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Here's a letter.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Not if I see you first.
Oh, right.
Wow.
So, let me get this straight. You were Royston's sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
No word from the castle? No, all is still. As it has been for days. It is an unnatural stillness, as though there is nothing there but death.
Say no more. The Arl live, and I will not listen to your inauspicious cheat.
Yes. Oh, right.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
We'll probably be a bit too busy to make social calls.
You're probably right, I understand that. Still, if we're in Denerim and we happen to get the chance, the thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
So, who is she to you? I mean, really?
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
If you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Just call me Luthien.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
What can I do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
I don't need a human god's gratitude.
The Maker smiles on those who aid his children, regardless of their beliefs. But I do not wish to irritate you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Perth needs protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Can't you just bless them or whatever it is you do?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
If it gave them confidence, then it would protect them.
I suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat. It just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Hello again. I found my sister.
Make her keep you safe. I won't...
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
She's got some holy amulets. Would those do?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
But it's not even magical.
I do not approve of magery and such, but the symbols of the Chancery are holy and blessed by the Maker, not the work of mages. I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Oh, Liliana, don't be mad.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Oh, go on. You are both making me ill.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. Dwyn's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. We're better off now that we've sufficient arms. I don't know that we're ready for the battle, really, but were we ever? Is there anything else?
I'll be back.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an tea from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
He's charging you. That's outrageous.
You're telling me we're just trying to survive, and here he is making a profit.
What difference does it make? He won't care.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Shouldn't you be at the Chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the Chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
How's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
Why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
You could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Nothing at all. I'd be glad to help.
That's very kind of you. I don't know what to say.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much.
He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
I should go.
Keep safe.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Let's just do business, fat boy.
Right. I've got some supplies, too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
You're still talking.
Hey, what can Lloyd get you?
I hear you're charging the militia for ale.
Why shouldn't I? They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
The money won't help you when you're dead.
Hey, there's no need for that kind of talk. That's murder.
Did anyone miss you?
Hey, look, see, 80 silvers. I could pay you to protect me. There's no need for any unpleasantness.
Intimidate. It only protects something I own. Understand?
Yes, of course. You could be part owner. No, full owner. Anything you need. Here's 80 silvers as your share of the profits. What else can I get you, partner?
Let's see what you have.
Right, of course, it's free for you, being a partner and all. Nice to see you again, partner.
I hear you're charging the militia for ale.
Why shouldn't I? They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
But I would, and this is my tavern, remember?
Right, almost forgot about that. Well, they can have their ale for morale purposes and such. Right then, you men over there, drinks are on the house. All militia drink for free.
Oh, you're a saint, Lloyd! Ha ha!
If them creatures don't kill me, I swear they'll bleed me dry. What else can I get you, partner?
I should go.
Right. Have a nice day, partner.
So did I hear that right? This is your tavern now? Something you'd like?
How's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, don't bother. I know you're the boss now, but Lloyd would just be angry. That's a sweet thought, however. Thank you.
How about a raise, then?
I'd like that, And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is.
I should go.
Keep safe.
Oops. We got to talk to the elf.
Not looking for company.
I hear you, Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name, that's all.
I asked around.
Oh, I guess that, makes sense. Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to, just leave me alone.
I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
Intimidate. And who's going to stop me?
I'm not here to hurt anyone, I swear. I'll tell you what you want to know, just don't kill me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
See that you don't.
I hear you got the tavern serving the militia free ale now. While I don't favor my men being drunk come sundown, I suppose it helps morale to have their minds taken off what's to come. You have my thanks. The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. My men are getting free drinks at the tavern. I suppose it's better to drown your fears rather than go mad waiting for certain death. I'm tempted to have a few ales myself. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I'll be back.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
This is Moonstalker at that place for walkthroughs with Luthien, Dragon Age Origins. Catch you on the flip side.